Her fellow recruits were not.
I'll leave you get down.
Not easy. Take nothing less than perfection. You're never going to achieve perfection.
Being a boomer Marine after seeing the 2021 Crucible video, checking the description, I wanted to take a look at what it used to be like. Let's go.
Is flat out tough. The Crucible, 54 hours spread over 3 days.
Now this group of recruits actually looks like they're moving at a speed that's not geriatric. So if you haven't seen the other video, check it out. This seems like what I'd expect, like they're moving fast, yelling loud. Young recruits about ready to graduate.
From the middle of a Thursday night to dawn on Saturday, recruits get 3 meals ready to eat, or MREs, and not much sleep.
This morning we got up at 02 and got packed and stepped it out, 6-mile hike.
And that's how a recruit should look like. Tired, exhausted, some camo face paint, dirty, not sleeping in a covered building like the other one, maybe shelter halves or whatever the current generation of tents are.
Hike for like 6 miles, got here, had chow, everything just started picking up from there.
A lot of hard work, sir. Definitely some humps. It's going to be some difficult humps.
During the next 2 days and nights, recruits will rotate through 36 different stations.
You guys need to get closer together.
29 of them are problem-solving exercises.
Now that's the rub in this thing. So it's all team building, right? You're hauling ammo cans, bodies, whatever. If you got a crappy recruit in your team, you know it. And there shouldn't be too many weak recruits, physically weak at this point. They should be capable of climbing over an obstacle, getting their body from A to B with speed and violence. It's the kind of thing you'd expect at this point in recruit training.
Like this one. Recruits have to get 2 ammo cans and all 16 members of their squad over the elevated log. They have to do it in 30 minutes. Success requires planning and teamwork.
Bring his arm over. There you go.
Everything we train for comes down to this point. Everything we talk about teamwork, we talk about dedication, heart. Everything that we push towards, everything we train them, all the basic warrior training and everything comes to play now. Yep. It's their last test they have before they become Marine.
So the Crucible is kind of a new thing relatively. Used to be BWT, Basic Warrior Training, similar concept. But as you can see, strength matters here. Now, you don't have to be a bodybuilder, but you got to be able to pull yourself up, like do a pull-up to get up over these obstacles. So in certain things in life, this makes a difference. You can't fake it. You can't intellectualize it. You have to do it. In the last video, we saw a lot of things that were, a tad hard to understand. If you can't navigate an obstacle, aka pull your body up on it, you're not going to be able to get over this log, which means everybody in your team's out to help you, which means you get slowed down. You get the point.
This is part of Phase 3 of Marine recruit training. The drill instructors back off from in-your-face intensity and become observers. It's up to the squads to figure out how to succeed in each mission.
Hold on, yeah, there. Grab.
It's about working together as a team, getting everyone to come together, and not to be an individual, but to help other people around you.
Jump as high as you can.
I like that they're wearing helmets, and you may say, why? They hit the brim of your nose, they don't stay put, you got to tighten it, you can't look like John Wayne. Makes it a little harder. It's supposed to be aggravating when you're out there. That's the point, because you probably have to wear a helmet at some point. You might as well get used to it. And if you never do again, it's an experience. So don't make it any easier. And they're wearing actually green camouflage utilities. Makes sense. They're in the woods.
Left leg over.
A lot of decisions and choices are left up to them. The drill instructors have mentored them, and they've fallen down. We brought them back up and told them their mistakes, corrected their deficiencies, and let them know what they need to do to make the right decision.
There's also plenty of marching. 54 miles of it during the Crucible, back and forth on a network of abandoned runways that honeycomb the southern end of Parris Island. Recruits often don't realize they're being marched in circles. As the first day wears on,
I didn't realize we were marched in circles. Now, in the 2021 Crucible video, they didn't show a lot of marching. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, But there was a lot of marching, as I recall. They didn't call it the Crucible then, but this place looks exactly the same.
Begin to feel the stress.
Hurry up, get in!
This recruit feels that it's going to get a lot harder when these recruits are deprived of sleep, and since these recruits only get 3 MREs, they're going to be pretty hungry come tomorrow, sir.
And they're not quite sure what to anticipate.
Say we're getting dropped off in Hilo, right?
Yes, sir. This recruit's heard a lot of different things.
The recruits are definitely less casual than the last video. They seem like what I'd expect. This recruit doesn't know. You don't hear him talking in such an informal fashion like the last video. Now, it could be the way the video's done. I understand that. You know, things don't change that much. But that last Crucible video by Business Insider was shocking.
And hopes that it is difficult just so you can get the best experience out of it.
He wants difficult? He'll get difficult. For instance, the extended obstacle courses, all based on scenarios from historic Marine battles. This one is called the Battle of Fallujah. It begins with an advance through woods littered with obstacles.
The whole fire team rush together. Rush! Give him down!
And I heard no yelling in the last video. I think I saw one drill instructor yell at a guy. A recruit rolled his eyes at an instructor, and he just told him, "You rolling your eyes like you would to your friend's kid." That was another shocker.
Go over, run out. Set it for booby trap. Get out! Now we're getting fired on. That means move a little faster. What?
After the tree line, they'll get through here, the coverts, and they'll actually assault through the main course here, utilizing the low crawl, the back crawl, and high crawl that they learned from basic warrior training.
The main course is filled with even more difficult obstacles. Barbed wire.
Keep your knees down, keep your knees down.
Barrier walls.
5, 4, hurry up. Get out, low crawl.
And even more barbed wire.
Now, we saw some recruits in the last video that could not negotiate that barrier wall. You see, this is really basic stuff here. I mean, honestly, stuff you should be able to do in high school gymnastics.
Push the wire up. Say what?
The drill instructors drop the observer role and revert to their normal personas.
Get down low, Dave. Aye, sir. Oh, get down, crawl back. Aye, sir. Get up. Aye, sir. Sprint. Aye, sir. Okay, hey, partner, you're dead. Lay there.
There are casualties. Fire teams have to stay together. Those that don't are sent back to repeat the course.
Take your whole fire team all the way back.
A lot of people have said, well, you don't need to yell at recruits. You know, we don't do it in our military. Pick the country. Well, recruits need instruction. That's why they're called drill instructors. These people need to be told what to do, and sometimes the only effective way to get the point across is to yell at them. Because a lot of people don't understand when you say nicely, hey, recruit, get your head down, get your ass down so you get shot off. You can't say that in a conversational tone all the time.
And of course, no one gets it right on the first try.
Oh, you get all the way back till you start opening your face. Good, get up and go back to the bulkhead. You want to take your time? Yes, sir. Get up and go back. Awesome.
You get sent back to the beginning for not doing something right over and over and over again. You don't just do it once.
1, 2, 3. It teaches them to work as a fire team. And this course is designed, if there's a casualty, a Marine never leaves no one behind. So the casualty, that fire team has to move that casualty all the way across the course. 1, 2, 3, 4.
The object? To simulate the stress of the battlefield. There will be louder.
And if that Constantino wire catches on your utilities, it will tear. Tell you from experience. I remember doing that. It wasn't too memorable, but, you know, depending on what time of year it is, it can be pretty damn hot on Paris Island.
But this one's still plenty stressful.
In the Crucible, you're asked to work with a team of 16 other guys, and to complete obstacles. It causes a lot of frustration. So it gets you mentally stressed out, and as soon as you're mentally stressed out, you're asked to do something physically. That's going to tire you out physically. So on top of being very tired and very hungry, you're stressed out. So the Crucible is definitely one of the hardest things this recruit's ever done.
Hands still up! Hands still up! No, you put the start with the camera.
A rifle is going to be caked in sand. It's never going to come out of the barrel. What do you think the #1 difference was in the old Crucible video and the 2021 Crucible video? Let me know in the comments.